Kirk Frost sat quietly in a shadowy corner of the courthouse, the impact of the day's events crashing over him like an overwhelming wave. Leaning back in his chair, his expression was a mix of shock and acceptance. "I thought I was ready for anything today," he started, his voice faltering. But hearing that decision, it hit me like a punch to the stomach. As he spoke, memories of his turbulent relationship with Rashida rushed to his mind. They had experienced a whirlwind romance, built a life, and brought two beautiful children into the world. "We've faced challenges before," he continued, a tinge of nostalgia in his voice. "But this feels different. It's as if we've gone from being partners to enemies in the blink of an eye." Kirk's emotions began to surface, his eyes shimmering with unused tears. It's hard to reflect on the good moments without feeling a sense of grief. "I remember when we first met, it was like electricity. We had dreams, ambitions, and so much love. Now, all of that feels overshadowed by this legal struggle." He shook his head, trying to push away the memories threatening to overwhelm him. "I never imagined it would end up like this. I'd always believed we could find common ground, even through our differences. But when kids are involved, things can spiral quickly. Emotions take over, and suddenly, you're fighting about every small detail." Kirk took a moment, inhaling deeply to calm himself. Child support isn't just about finances, it's about accountability. It's about ensuring my kids have what they need to succeed. I want to be there for them, to offer love and support no matter what happens between their mother and me. But now I have to figure out how to manage my finances while making sure they're provided for. It's a tightrope that's both mentally and physically draining. His eyes scanned the courthouse, a wave of vulnerability overtaking him. "This isn't just about Rashida and me anymore. It's about our children, our future. I don't want them to see us like this, battling it out in court instead of cooperating. They deserve more than that." Kirk's voice became more intense as he spoke about fatherhood. "I've always believed in being there for my children. It's not just about covering expenses, it's about being actively involved in their lives. I want to help them with their homework, attend their games, and celebrate every milestone. They need to know their father loves them and will always stand by them." As he continued, the emotional weight started to show. It's maddening to see how quickly things can spiral out of control. One moment, you're a family, and the next, you're in a courtroom dissecting every part of your life. It feels unreal, like a nightmare you can't escape. Kirk also spoke about the external pressure he felt. "With everything that's gone down, I know people have their judgments. They see the headlines, the drama, and think they know the entire story. But they don't see the late-night calls, the tears, or the pain. They don't see the man behind the headlines, struggling to make sense of this new reality." He paused for a moment, reflecting on the financial consequences of the ruling. "This is going to change my life in ways I never thought possible. I've worked hard to build my career, my brand. Now I'm forced to rethink everything. It's overwhelming to think about how I'll provide for my kids and manage all of my responsibilities." Despite the difficulties, Kirk held on to a glimmer of hope. "I still believe Rashida and I can co-parent well. We both love our kids deeply, and that has to be our focus moving forward. I want us to communicate and work together, even if it's hard. I don't want our past to control our future as co-parents." He leaned forward, a spark of determination in his eyes. "At the end of the day, it's all about them. They deserve to feel secure and loved. I want to show them that even when things are tough, we can still find a way to be a family, just in a different form." Kirk finished with unwavering resolve. "This isn't the end for me. It's just a new beginning. I'm committed to being the best father I can be, no matter what. I hope that Rashida and I can find common ground for the sake of our kids, because that's what truly matters, their happiness, their future." With that, Kirk wiped away a tear, his spirit intact. The road ahead would be difficult, but his love for his children would remain his guiding force, no matter how rough the journey. Meanwhile, the tension in the elegant loft was thick as Rashida paced the living room, her mind racing. She had just uncovered the truth about Kirk's affair, a betrayal that had shattered her trust and left her reeling. Despite the difficulties, Kirk held on to a glimmer of hope. "I still believe Rashida and I can co-parent well. We both love our kids deeply, and that has to be our focus moving forward. I want us to communicate and work together, even if it's hard. I don't want our past to control our future as co-parents." He leaned forward, a spark of determination in his eyes. "At the end of the day, it's all about them. They deserve to feel secure and loved. I want to show them that even when things are tough, we can still find a way to be a family, just in a different form. Kirk finished with unwavering resolve. "This isn't the end for me. It's just a new beginning. I'm committed to being the best father I can be, no matter what. I hope that Rashida and I can find common ground for the sake of our kids, because that's what truly matters. Their happiness, their future." With that, Kirk wiped away a tear, his spirit intact. The road ahead would be difficult, but his love for his children would remain his guiding force, no matter how rough the journey. Meanwhile, the tension in the elegant loft was thick as Rashida paced the living room, her mind racing. She had just uncovered the truth about Kirk's affair, a betrayal that had shattered her trust and left her reeling. At that moment, Rashida's new boyfriend stepped into view. He was tall, attractive, and radiated a sense of calm confidence that sharply contrasted with the turmoil around them. The reporters buzzed with renewed excitement, snapping photos and bombarding them with questions. One journalist called out, "Who does he, and how did you two meet?" Rashida's eyes gleamed with satisfaction as she introduced him. "This is Adrian. We've been seeing each other for a while now. He's been a steady friend through all the ups and downs, and I'm excited to have him by my side as I move into this new chapter." Adrian, standing beside Rashida, offered a warm smile and a firm handshake to the reporters. Unfazed by the media frenzy, he appeared well prepared for the attention and spoke with calm confidence. "Rashida and I met through mutual friends, and our bond grew naturally. I'm just happy to support her and be part of her journey moving forward." The questions came fast and furious, with reporters eager to dig deeper into Rashida's new relationship and how it fit with her public persona. Rashida answered with a mix of grace and playful defiance, clearly enjoying the chance to shift the narrative. As the press conference came to a close, Rashida and Adrian walked out together, their hands clasped in a symbol of unity and fresh beginnings. The cameras kept flashing, capturing the moment Rashida reclaimed control of her own story. The headlines were bound to be filled with the news of her revelation, but Rashida was prepared. She had turned Kirk's betrayal into a bold statement of her resilience and readiness for a new beginning. Walking into the night, Rashida felt liberated. She had weathered the storm of Kirk's infidelity with grace and strength, and now with Adrian by her side, she was ready to face whatever came next with renewed hope and confidence. After a tumultuous 25-year relationship, it seemed that love and hip-hop Atlanta star Rasheeda had finally reached her breaking point and was ready to divorce her husband, Kirk Frost. Rumors suggest that Rasheeda, who had long tolerated Kirk's endless infidelities, was completely done with his deceit and betrayal that had continuously marred their marriage. Kirk had made headlines more than once for his shady actions, including one of the most notorious moments on the show, his on-screen betrayal during a getaway. That episode became legendary for its drama, especially Kirk's outright lies about paternity when Rashida was pregnant in Season 2. A major blow to their relationship. By Season 3, Kirk took a DNA test to confirm paternity, a move that only worsened things and left Rashida shaken. Their rocky marriage also triggered intense clashes with Rashida's mother, Shirlene, who famously ran over Kirk's motorbike in a fiery confrontation. Despite the years of very public ups and downs, Rashida now seems ready to take control of her life and move forward from a marriage that has played out like a dramatic soap opera. If the divorce rumors prove true, it would mark a monumental shift for Rashida, a longtime love and hip-hop cast member who has long balanced her career, family, and chaotic relationship with Kirk. Rashida's journey had been nothing short of extraordinary, and many were rallying behind her decision to finally sever ties with Kirk Frost after years of betrayal. It seemed that Rashida was done being secondary to Kirk's deceit and infidelities, choosing to prioritize her peace and happiness as she walked away from the tumultuous marriage. Kirk Frost and Rashida's relationship had undoubtedly been one of the most scandalous and dramatic on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, marked by nearly 25 years of wild highs and lows. Rashida had once been introduced as the supportive wife, but now, as she paced a living room, her heart raced and the weight of the rumors pressed down on her. She could barely believe what she'd heard just the day before, whispers of a shocking betrayal that felt like a knife to her heart. The mere thought of it was unbearable. Kirk, her husband, entangled in an affair that cut closer to home than she could have ever imagined. Summoning every ounce of strength, she took a deep breath and prepared herself to confront him. "Kirk," she began, her voice trembling just slightly, "I need the truth. I've been hearing things about you and my mom." Kirk's face went pale, and for a moment, he looked genuinely confused. What are you talking about, Rashida? You know I'd never. Don't lie to me, she cut him off, anger bubbling over. You can't keep denying this. I have proof. How could you do this to me? To us? Kirk's stammering revealed his lack of preparation for the confrontation. It's not what you think, your mom and I. Not what I think. She shot back, her voice filled with disbelief. You were supposed to be my partner, my confidant. Instead, you're sneaking around with my own mother. How could you betray me like this? The air between them was thick with the weight of broken trust, the tension almost palpable. Rashida crossed her arms, her gaze unwavering as she waited for him to explain. But the words seemed to escape him, his eyes darting around the room as if looking for a way out.